Hello and welcome to the Gooner Talk. Back again with you guys for another show, for another episode of our Let's Talk Arsenal series, our twice weekly show on a Tuesday and a Friday at 5 p.m, as it is, UK time, of course. And welcome to the first day of the European Championships. Obviously, got the badge on, wrong side. Can't match the mirror. There we go. 3 lines all the way to the final, fingers crossed. Although, you know, there is only ever so slightly a small, tiny, teeny-weeny part of me that wants France to do quite well, seeing as I got them in my very closed circle of friends sweepstake. Speaking of which, we will be doing the TGT members sweepstake as well at the end of the show, last 15 minutes of the show. We will be doing that as well as doing, of course, also the reveal of which one of our members has won the free ticket into the competition for a signed Nicolas Pepe shirt, which you can still buy tickets for if you would like to have a chance of winning. There is just over 50% of the tickets sold, and it runs out in just over 2 hours' time. Link is in the description, so you've got a really good chance of winning this. Only 99 tickets ever sold. I'm just going to refresh this to see if there's a more up-to-date version of how many tickets have gone, but the link is in the description for this. 57 out of 99 tickets have been sold, so you've only got 42 left to buy, and there's only 2 hours remaining. There is a bit of a rush at the end, usually, so make sure you get in there before the rush happens. But there's a really good chance for you to win a really good prize, and halfway through the show we'll be revealing which one of our expert members in the Discord server and the TGT ambassadors, of course, have won the free entry into that competition. So make sure you stick around for that. But without further ado, what we are talking about today is, of course, there's a bit of a Euro focus to today's show, but we will be discussing of course, lots of your questions. It is our Friday show, which means it's our Q&A section, which means you get to throw as many questions as you like at the show, and we'll go through them. But I thought what we'd do is kick it off with something that a few people have been asking me in chat boxes. And so to basically remedy that, what I thought I would do is, just going to share this screen for you, is to go through as many of the players I think that you should just basically keep an eye out for at the European Championships. And there's plenty on there that I think that is going to be worthy of looking at. I think I've done 8 or 9 in total. Some of them have already been revealed. I haven't put Bukayo Saka in my list, but obviously you should be watching out to see if he plays, of course, and getting as many minutes as possible. So we're going to go through my list, going to give you some interesting players to have a look for, and then maybe you guys can come up with any of your own that you think I've missed, any that you think we should be looking out for, and then we'll go into the main Q&A section. Halfway through, we'll reveal which one of you guys has won the ticket, and then at the end of the show, we will do the sweepstake. And we've got all like Champions League for this, because we've got balls for this and everything. So we're going full out for the old. I mean, I say I didn't do this. This is what my mate used yesterday, but I'm reusing it because we're recycling rather than me going out and buying a ton of ping pong balls to try and then make it myself. Anyway, let's go through these players that I think you should be looking out for as an Arsenal fan for specific positions. First of which is Reuben Neverege. Of course, we have been linked to this guy quite heavily over the last few weeks or so. He's obviously a Wolves midfielder and has split opinions. I think basically a lot of the opinion around Reuben Neverege has been very much down to a obsession. I won't use that word lightly, as a genuine obsession over Yves Bissouma. And obviously a lot of people wanting Arsenal to sign him. Obviously, I'd like to see Arsenal sign Yves Bissouma, don't get me wrong, but Reuben Neverege is still an exceptionally good player. And I do think that ultimately we should be looking at this guy as a really good alternative and replacement for Granit Xhaka at the end of the day. Let's see. I'm seeing a lot of appreciation for the balls being used. The bingo balls are coming out for the sweepstake 100%. We've got a combination of names coming out of a hat and bingo balls. We're going all out with all the cliches for these. Anyway, moving on to number 2. Alexander Isak has also been linked with a move to Arsenal, the Swedish striker, Real Sociedad. 21-year-old. We've obviously been linked with this guy, and some new links have crept up, I suppose, on us today as well, which does legitimise the interest. Whether or not Arsenal actually going with a bid is still yet to be seen. But he is certainly someone that I would be looking at throughout the tournament and someone you should keep an eye on as well. Going on to our next one is certainly a personal favourite of mine, Fabian Ruiz of Spain, Napoli central midfielder, 25 years of age, is certainly my dream pick for Arsenal's centre midfield position. I think it would cost a lot of money to get him out of Napoli, but he is certainly someone that Arsenal should be looking at if they really want to get a quality central midfielder in before the end of the transfer window. Let's move on to the next one and go to Owen Wijndal, the Dutch left-back for RZ Alkmaar. 21 years of age, really promising young and upcoming left-back. Could be brought in to compete with Kieran Tierney. You would argue, why would he join, considering he's got someone ahead of him in Tierney at 24 years of age that's our starter. But Arsenal do need to be ruthless in the market. And if there's a chance to get a really good player in Owen Wijndal, you definitely should be going after this guy. Let's go on to Zeki Çelik of Turkey, who, of course, we will see play in the tournament this evening against Italy as the tournament kicks off at 8 p.m. UK time. Smashed the season with Lille, getting a league title and Liga title with them. Right back, 24 years of age, really exciting prospects. Arsenal have been linked to him courtesy of Simon Collins doing the digging on that one. Certainly a position that Arsenal are interested in, and he is one of those players that Arsenal are keeping tabs on, and you'll be able to see him tonight playing for Turkey. If we have a look now at Ukraine, someone you may or may not be well aware of is Vitaly Mykolenko, the Dynamo Kiev left-back that can also play as a left-sided centre-back. 22 years of age, really combative, really industrious, but also good going forward. Pops up in the box of a couple of goals as well. Someone that you should keep an eye out for playing on the left-hand side for Ukraine. As you say, you can play on the left-hand side of a back three. You can play as a left-back, as going forwards as well. Certainly someone that you should be keeping an eye on for Ukraine at the tournament is Mykolenko. Going on to, I believe, our penultimate man on our list, Marcel Sabitzer of Austria, RB Leipzig, can play as a central midfielder as he has done this season. Attacking midfielder, right winger, and he is 27, meaning he's right in his prime age and going into the last really kind of top 5 years of his career, and certainly someone that's going to be available for a decent fee. £15 million has been touted around media so far, and a real good option for Arsenal to target should they want an attacking midfielder. Would he leave a Champions League RB Leipzig to go off to an Arsenal out of European football? It's a question that's going to be certainly debated by plenty of you, I'm sure, but is a player on a list of people. And to round off our list, a little bit of a left field pick from myself, and the only player that makes the second player of the same nation on our list, being from Sweden, is Mattias Svanberg of Bologna, central midfielder, 22 years of age. Really exciting player coming through Serie A. There are a lot of big clubs interested in him. I know this courtesy of some links through the player himself. There are a lot of big clubs after this guy, really keeping tabs on him. You should keep an eye out for how he plays for Sweden in the tournament. Hopefully it can be a bit of a breakout for him. Really good box-to-box player, can play as a more disciplined role, can play as a, can get forward as well. So certainly someone you should keep your eye on across the tournament. But that rounds off my kind of list of 8 or 9 players that you should certainly be looking for. But Svanberg is certainly my cheeky pick of the list that you should be keeping an eye on from an Arsenal perspective. So what do you think of the lists? How do you feel we've done there? Do you think we should be looking at anyone else? Anyone you think we've missed? Anyone you think Arsenal fans should be keeping an eye on this summer? Cookie Monster says, Tom, have I seen the De Paul news? Is there any more news that's coming out regarding Rodrigo De Paul? I mean, if there is, I'd love to know. Let's have a quick type into the old Twitter and see what's going on regarding De Paul and see if any more news, or someone can DM me any of the latest information that they have seen. Rodrigo De Paul. And Arsenal, here we go. 3 minutes from Fab saying Atletico Madrid are still negotiating for De Paul as a main target. Udinese want 40 million euros and a bid of 20 million, and Nuan Perez has been turned down. And Atletico are asking for 40 million euros for Kieran Trippier. That is an incredible amount of money for Kieran Trippier. Man United are interested, but Atletico do want to keep him. So there you go. I mean, I wonder where Fab got that information from. Let's have a look at any other news. Scrolling down, I'm not seeing anything else about Arsenal specifically, so you'll have to let me know if there is anything specific, but there it is. Chris Wheatley. Let's have a look what Chris Wheatley has said. I can see you guys letting me know to have a look at Chris Wheatley's Twitter. Let's have a scroll down. The old Wheats. What's he saying? Arsenal have opened talks with Kieran Tierney over a new contract. That's some excellent news from an Arsenal perspective. We obviously would love to see him sign a new deal. Fantastic news from that front, and fingers crossed Arsenal can get that done as well. Let's scroll through our chat box and see who you think we should be going for or having a look at as the Euros go on. Indanil says Manuel Locatelli from Italy is certainly one that we need to be looking at. Let's scroll a bit more. Manu Clerk says Gravenberch is going to have his breakout. This tournament has obviously been playing really well for Ajax. Whether he starts for the Netherlands is a big question that we need to ask. There's a lot of quality midfielders in that team as well. You look at the likes of Toyin Koopmeiners, Frenkie de Jong. There's plenty of players in that team that have got some real quality too. Let's scroll up a little bit more. GK knows Svanberg as well. Good stuff. Sandberg, or maybe Svanberg. I don't know which one you've gone for, but it's Svanberg, S-V-A-N-B-E-R-G, unless you're talking about someone else. But yes, definitely be looking at Sweden throughout the tournaments. They've got to really make up for the loss of Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Dejan Kulusevski, who've contracted, unfortunately, who returned a positive test. So he will be missing for the first part of the tournament for them, which is a big, big blow. Yes, Bulldog, I have. We've just been talking about the Kieran Tierney contract talks. That's excellent news. We'll go into that in a little bit more detail in the 8 a.m. transfer show tomorrow morning. Iron Cub says, I'm interested to see how Skov plays for Denmark. Certainly one that I am not in the know about whatsoever, so I will keep an eye on him for you, Iron Cub, definitely. T. Irving says, are we still linked with William Carvalho, asking for a friend? Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've ever stopped, mate. I think we were linked with him before conception for that man. It feels like it's gone on that long. Manu says the Euros aren't going to do us any favours. Our targets will get inflated prices and the players we are selling are not featuring. Xhaka is going to have a good tournament, but his price is already set. Fingers crossed Switzerland get knocked out pretty quick in that case. JD says, why don't we sign Mateus Pereira? I think he's better suited to the Premier League and better than Ødegaard and Aouar. Way cheaper as well. I disagree in him being better than those two, but I certainly think he's a cheaper option, and for value for money, he'd be very, very good. You're looking at supposedly between 15 and 20 million pounds. I've seen some quotes go out. Others have seen upwards of 30 million pounds being touted. So no one really knows how much Mateus Pereira would go for. Alex says, if I was living in a dream world, I would say Pedro Gonçalves. I didn't include him on my list because I don't think he's going to be playing too much. I think you're going to see the likes of Diogo Jota and Ronaldo, Andre Silva and Bernardo Silva all playing as well, Bruno Fernandes. So Gonçalves might come on and get some minutes off the bench, in which case definitely keep a lookout for him. F4 Freestyle says, look out for Roman Yaremchuk. Yes, certainly the Ghent striker in Belgium. Doing really, really well for them. He will be leading the line for the Ukrainian side this summer. And we have been linked to him in the past. So a very good shout there from the F4 Freestylers there. Mike says, is Leo Messi going to be a huge miss for us next year during the African Cup of Nations? Oh, Leo Messo, of course. I don't know where... I don't know who he would go on to represent. He's only about 10. So I don't think he's made that big decision yet, Mike. I don't even know what his heritage is, to be fair. So who knows, Mike, if he was going to go off one day and maybe he will be playing in international tournaments. We can only hope that little Leo Messo can go on and become a fantastic player for Arsenal. Mitchell says Ricardo Quaresma is going to do a step over and get a move to Arsenal at 87 years of age. I mean, if there's one thing that you can always be guaranteed from a tournament, it's that either Quaresma is going to be in the side, which I don't think he even is. But, he pops up now and again. He might be there doing punditry. He might fancy it, jump on the pitch, do a couple of step overs. Oh, it'd be great. It would be great. Manu says, if you were technical director, would the Euros affect the players that you're looking for? Would you, for example, only be looking for players not featuring because they might be less inflated? I don't think it would affect me who I'd be looking for. I certainly think it would affect me in regards to an opportunity to see how some young players step up in the international level. If you've got questions about whether they're ready or not, whether the season didn't really answer all the questions that you had about a certain target, maybe the Euros will provide those answers for you. And you've also got to think about the fact that I think that they are going to be busy with more outs than ins. And the positive thing for Arsenal is that we've got a lot of players. I mean, I say it's a positive. It's a positive in regards to trying to sell players. We've got a lot of players that aren't playing international football that we need to be moving on. Your likes of Guendouzi, your Reece Nelsons, your Eddie Nketiahs. They're not playing international football. We need to be looking at moving them on. They're not going to be at the Euros, so we've got an opportunity to move them on whilst we can then start picking more and identifying some more targets. But the ones like Reuben Neverege, these guys aren't going to move until after the European Championships are done. It's very rare that you see signings made during the tournament itself. They want to focus on the tournament, wait till the tournament's over for whoever, and then get the deals done afterwards. So we may see a slight slowing down of moves before the tournament takes place. Neil says, Tom, do you think Tyler Adams is capable of playing the inverted right back role that Arteta and Pep want their fullbacks to execute? He's obviously a DM, but has played right back as well. Honestly, Neil, I need to do some more looking into him. We hopefully are going to be doing a tactical breakdown of him tomorrow, so we can be able to give you a little bit more insight on that in tomorrow's show. The real Yanis says, no one knows if Arteta wants to play 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. What do you think? Target different players based off of his ideas. I think he still wants to play 4-2-3-1. I think you can tell by the priority of target being Martin Ødegaard this summer that we want to play with a number 10. And I think for me, that tells me anyway that he must be wanting to go off and still play that 4-2-3-1 formation. Matt G says, if you had £80 million and you had to spend all of it on one position, would you buy a goalkeeper or a striker? A striker? I don't know why. I think you can get some really good cheapers. I think you can get some really good keepers on the cheap, to be honest. So, yeah, 100% striker. If you're going to go out and spend that amount of money, you go out and spend it on a forwards, Matt. But surely. Matt Thornton says, what would my England starting 11 be? Oh, it's a good question. I don't know why I looked at the badge there. Looking for inspiration. Who would you start? No, I think I would obviously go with Dean Henderson in goal. I'm really not a fan of Jordan Pickford. He will start, but I'd go with Dean Henderson. I'd go with, oh, Jesus. You got a choice between about 50 million right backs, Kieran Trippier, Reece James, oh, God. And who's the other one? I saw I'm missing someone. Who's the other right back? We've got so many right backs, I've forgotten. I need to actually get the England squad up. Let me just go up to the Euro squads and get them up, because I'm actually, Jesus Christ, how have I forgotten who the other right back is in the squad? That's ridiculous. England right backs. It is... Oh, Kyle Walker. The thing is, I think Kyle Walker's probably the best, but I'd like Kieran Trippier. I think he's had an excellent season. I think he's wildly underrated, Kieran Trippier. But I think if you're going to play the back four, which is what I'd rather see us go for, I think you have to go with Kyle Walker than Kieran Trippier. In the middle, obviously, we don't think that it's probably not going to be... Harry Maguire's not going to be fit, so at the start of the tournament. So I probably would go with John Stones and Tyrone Mings. If Maguire is fit, you obviously pick Slabhead next to John Stones. Left back, I'll go with Luke Shaw. I think he's had an excellent season for Man United, reluctantly. And I think he's better overall and more consistent than Ben Chilwell. In the midfield, I'd go with Declan Rice behind a midfield two of Mason Mount and it's either Jordan Henderson or Calvin Phillips. No, Jude Bellingham, yeah. Actually, yeah. So I'd go with Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice next to one another with Mason Mount ahead of them. Or Jude Bellingham playing as kind of an 8 role with Declan Rice playing the more disciplined 6. Front 3 is easily, obviously, Harry Kane up top, as the most reluctant Arsenal fan in the world to say his name. And then Phil Foden on the right. And, I love, it's a toss-up between Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, and Jadon Sancho. And I feel like you can't not start Jadon Sancho of how good he is towards the end of the season for Borussia Dortmund. You can't not start Phil Foden either, because he's been so good. And Jack Grealish has shown for me, has been one of the better players for us in the 2 friendlies that we've played. I really would be tempted to start Foden on the right and Grealish on the left, and then bring Sancho on. And if he is kind of more influential, then maybe you start him in the next game. But it's a really tough one to choose. Mason Mount has to start for me. He's one of my favourite players in the England team, despite him being blooming Chelsea. But it's nice to be able to actually support a player that you usually hate. That's why I've got a lot more into international football of late. But there you go. I'd love to know what you guys would pick for your England team. Let me know. Let's get your England lineups in the chat box and seeing what you guys. Iron Cub says you really need Grealish this tournament, I think. Tiervin says Grealish left wing, Foden right wing. So there you go. Real Yanis says, am I the only one who realizes Ukraine is a quality side? People don't seem to realize how good they are. I mean, I think for me, it's a toss-up between them and Austria as to who goes through in that group along with the Netherlands. Although you never know. The Netherlands are just really hard to guess at times. Really difficult to try and guess if they're going to turn up for a tournament or not. The 1 Euro game, I'm actually going to the European last 16 game on in 26th of June. I think the game I'm going to is then. And that will be the winner of Italy's group, so probably Italy, and the winner of the Netherlands. So, the runner-up of the Netherlands group. So it could be Italy, Ukraine, it could be Italy, Netherlands, could be Italy, Austria. We'll have to wait and see. But that's the game that I'm going to be going to for the European Championships. I'll try and get you some footage for the channel. I will do my best. Austria have been dreadful internationally. They have really kind of a dark horse that's never kind of fulfilled their potential is Austria, to be honest. Let's see if anyone's put in their possible lineups for England, because I am interested to see what you guys are thinking in regards to that. Let's scroll down a little bit more. Pranjal says Foden is better than Sancho. Well, there you go. That might be one to be putting in the team. Arsenic Gunner says Grealish, Kane, and Foden as the front three. Jared Cover says Grealish, Kane, Sancho as the front three for me. Foden as the number 10. Oh, see, I just can't leave out Mason Mount. Jared, I just can't leave him out of the lineup. I think he's just too good at the moment to leave out. He's so influential, was so key to Chelsea last season, and he has been really good for England when he has been able to play. Let's scroll down a bit more. Matt Thornton says Henderson, James, Stones, White, Chilwell, Bellingham, Rice, Mount, Grealish, Kane, and Foden. Is his team. I don't know why I read Henderson there as Jordan Henderson playing in goal. But yeah, I think you're pretty much the same as me. That's other than Chilwell and Shaw, we got the other way around. Oh, you go Ben White as centre back. That's interesting. Obviously, he's done really well in the preliminary stuff. So we'll have to wait and see. Vinny says Pickford, Walker, Stones, Maguire, Mings if not fit, Shaw, Rice, Henderson, Foden, Mount, Grealish, and Kane. Dan Roberts says Pickford, Trippier, Stones, White, and Shaw, Rice, Bellingham, Mount, Saka, Calvert-Lewin, because you just can't pick Kane and Grealish. Dan, sometimes you just got to look beyond the rivalry at times when it comes to England. Matt Thornton says Henderson, James, Stones, White, Chilwell, Bellingham, Rice, Mount, Grealish, Kane, and Foden. What's nice about being an England fan this tournament is obviously the fact that there is lots of choice. There's lots of kind of opportunity for lots of players to play. We've got loads of depth. There's only certain positions where we're a bit lacking, which I think is more central midfield. I mean, you go beyond Bellingham and Rice, and you've got Calvin Phillips and Jordan Henderson, who we don't know if is 100% fit. But there's so much wealth of talent in that front line. The fact that Raheem Sterling and the like is not even in the starting lineup for me is crazy. You've got obviously Marcus Rashford, who doesn't start for me either. Our own Bukayo Saka has been so good for us. Jadon Sancho doesn't start for a lot of people either. There's just so much choice for England this tournament. It is going to be a really intriguing competition to see how not acceptable in the chat. You're being timed out, Mikey boy. This is not your pods. You know where to take that kind of language. Matt Williams says, just feel like England need that quality box to box, probably Bellingham in the future, but feels like they're missing something right now. I think what England need is obviously they've kind of got the number 6 sorted in Rice. You're right in saying the box to box is there, but I think that Jude Bellingham can be that player and can develop into that key box to box that we need him to be, can pop up on the edge of the box, score a couple of goals like he did in the Champions League. He, for me, is really kind of the future world-class central midfielder for England. The fact he was playing at Birmingham in 1920 and now he's going to the Euros at 17 years of age of England, it just shows the quality that's coming through at England at the moment. It's crazy. And, me and Drew had a really good debate about this. If there's any German fans listening, the debate between who's got the best squad right now, England or Germany, it obviously before like 2 years ago, maybe even less than that, it was Germany all the way. But genuinely for me, you look at players, player for player, the England against Germany argument is so much closer than it used to be. I mean, the fact that Joachim Low is now experimenting with a 3 at the back system, it just goes to show kind of the weakness in some of the areas that they really should be improving. I don't think they brought Rydal Baku to the team. And I mean, Drew put him in his prospective lineup and he's not there. So you imagine it's going to be Joshua Kimmich probably playing maybe a right wing back role with Hummels and Ginter and Rudiger is probably the back three. I think that's what I've predicted. So, and then on the left-hand side, you've got, well, who have you got on the left-hand side playing for Germany at the moment? They've got, I'm not even sure who's going to be playing left back. Let's have a look at the Germany side again. I can't remember who I predicted to play left back. Robin Gosens, yes, of Atalanta. He's actually a good player, to be fair. Him playing at left back. But beyond that, it's really tough to know who's going to be playing at left back in the left wing back role. They've got Nico Schultz as well, I think. I don't know if he even went. Did Nico Schultz get called up to the team? I'm not seeing him in the squad. I don't think he did. So, I mean, there you go. He didn't even go. So the only option playing at left back is Robin Gosens. I can't see Halstenberg as well of Leipzig. But he's not got the speed of someone like Gosens does, and Gosens isn't exactly rapid. So, I mean, yeah, Halstenberg is the only other option they've got there. Crazy. David Keefe says, sorry, Tom, back as a Scotsman. I need you to talk about the best left back at the Euros, Kieran Tierney of the tournament. Of course, mate. Of course, we can talk about Kieran Tierney. He's obviously the go, mate. He's so good, in fact, that he is the man that I chose to write about in the Modern Footballer magazine. I'm trying to find the article. I'm sure it was like near the start of the book. Anyway, yeah, so Kieran Tierney's obviously, it's interesting the way that Steve Clarke's managed to fit all of them. There you go. He's the guy that I chose to write about in the Modern Footballer magazine. Great piece of work. You can go find the link to that on my Twitter account. I think it's still the pinned tweet, so you can go over there and you can get hold of this. It's a really, really good piece of Euro memorabilia and some really good writing in there, so go and check it out. But yeah, I mean, the fact that Steve Clarke's managed to fit Kieran Tierney alongside Andrew Roberts in a system that works now, and to be honest, I'm tipping them to surprise. I really am. I really think that the Czech Republic. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't seen the comments of Thomas Souček, go and have a look and really, Jesus Christ, it really does go to show you what's wrong with the world when you're seeing comments like that from Thomas Souček come out. But I really feel like Scotland have got the capacity to beat the Czech Republic, which they desperately need to do on the opening day to have a chance of going through. And then you've got, of course, Croatia, who are not the World Cup final sides. You've lost Ivan Rakitic. They haven't got necessarily the Mandzukic of old. Perisic is getting on a bit now. I mean, did Mandzukic even make the squad? Let me have a quick look at the Croatia side. Yeah, I mean, Mandzukic isn't even... Did he retire from international football? He might have done. So you've got Kramaric you can play up top. You've got Rebic. You've got Brekalo that can play in the wide areas. Mislav Orsic, of course, we know about. I don't think he starts for Croatia. You got Ivan Perisic, of course, Pasalic from Atalanta. Kovacic is going to play in the middle alongside Luka Modric. Brozovic from Inter Milan, you think, would be playing that number 6 role. Nikola Vlasic from CSKA Moscow is another kind of attacking player that I do like, 23, 24 years of age. He's really interesting. But the defensive side of the pitch, you've got obviously Duja Kaleta-Kar from Marseille, used to be of Red Bull Salzburg, of course, as well. Vida, of course, who we know a lot about from when they reached the final from Besiktas, playing at centre-back. You've got Sime Vasalko, who was spent a little bit of time away from Atletico Madrid, came from Sassuolo, of course, but hasn't been able to get into the Atletico Madrid side since Tierney arrived. I've done it again. Trippier arrived at Atletico Madrid. I don't know why I get those two so mixed up. But beyond that, you've got Gvardiol, who joined RB Leipzig this summer. I can't remember was it a Croatian side he joined from? But Gvardiol is a really interesting young player coming through in the Croatian setup. So he's someone to keep an eye on. And then they haven't got Subasic anymore in the goalkeeping area. I mean, they've got Simon Sluga from Luton being called up, which shows you kind of the situation at goalkeeper for Croatia. So I don't think they are the side of old Croatia. I think Scotland have got a really good chance. If they can get a win against the Czech Republic and get a result against Croatia, they've got a really good chance of going through. I like the system that Steve Clarke's doing. I like the fact that Che Adams has been called up, or obviously he did dip towards the end of the Premier League season. There's a really good chance, David, I think, that you've got to get through this group. And obviously I won't be backing you against England, but I will definitely be hoping that you can pull off something in the group, because I'd like Scotland to go through. I've got a lot of good friends who are Scottish fans, and of course, Kieran Tierney, there's the support for him there as well. So even though I know the England-Scotland rivalry is there, I would quite like to see it for my Scottish boys and my Scottish friends, to see them get a chance. And for Brian McVeigh as well, who's helped us out with a lot of the videos too, on our Scottish targets, helped us out with tactical breakdowns on Kieran Tierney, on Odsonne Edouard, on Glenn Kamara, that we haven't actually released because the links died away. But yeah, 100%. FT Music TV says Italy are going to get to the final. I mean, I've got them in one of my other sweepstakes. So, I mean, I would be absolutely fine with Italy getting to the finals. They've got an amazing squad as well. You think of the young players coming through there, or not necessarily young anymore, but younger players like Chiesa, like Locatelli coming through. You've got the more experienced heads in Immobile, Chiellini, Bonucci, of course, as well. You've got some really interesting. There's a guy that Rich Hall actually recommended that I keep an eye out for. I'm going to need to remind myself who he is. What's his name? Let me find him. It begins with R. Yes, Giacomo Raspadori from Sassuolo. He was a bit of a surprise call-up. I've not seen any of him, but Rich Hall, our Italian expert, tells me that he's someone to look out for. So keep an eye on Raspadori from Sassuolo. Interesting player. I mean, their midfield, Barella is obviously one to look out for as well. Really good and interesting player that's going to carry that midfield, as Manu Clerks has just said there. So there you go. Really interesting team as Italy got. Did I miss out? Who? Christian Gunter. Sorry, Saturday, if I did miss him out. Apologies, my bad. Omar says, off topic, Tom, but what do you make of Xhaka's comments? Have they been taken out of context? I mean, I haven't seen Xhaka's comments. Is it the one where he says there are always rumours as soon as the transfer market opens, but I don't want to talk about my future. I'm 100% focused here with the national team. What happens afterwards, you will then get to know about it. So I haven't seen any other comments, Omar, so maybe you can enlighten me as to what those comments are, but I've not seen them whatsoever. Mr. Joker says, serious-ish question, Tom. How many VAR controversies can we expect? Loads, mate. Absolutely. The thing that's going to be annoying, and I don't know if they're doing it in this tournament, but if you think back to the last, and if you think back to the UEFA Champions League, what we see in the Premier League is we see the VAR, what they are looking at, and we see from the perspective of Stockley Park, the replays of what they're looking at, whereas for the UEFA competitions, you're sitting there waiting for these replays, and I really hope that isn't the case, because they should be showing the fans the VAR checks. I mean, I'm trying to think that it won't be the first game I've ever been to with VAR, because of course I went to Arsenal Crystal Palace, the game that Granit Xhaka threw down his shirt. I was at that game at the Emirates. And I remember Socrates scoring. Of course, that got ruled out by VAR. And I remember being in the crowd at the moment that happened. And you're sitting there and you're waiting for some kind of inkling of what's going on, because there's no screens showing what's happened. And I really hope when I go to the Euro game in the last 16 round that I'm going to, that they show it on the screens, what they're looking at. But I doubt that they will. I really do. So fingers crossed they show it in the grounds, but I'm not hopeful that they will, to be honest. Pan Cord says, Tom, when was the last time you saw our fan base so united over one transfer like we are on Basuma? Probably about a week ago with Buendia, to be honest. Probably about a week ago, mate. Yeah. Arsenal fans have a habit of getting very, very fixated onto one transfer, and it's been happening for quite a while. Yann Villa is a classic. Sebastian Frey is another. I mean, to be honest, the Thomas Partey situation last summer was a bit obsessive. Houssem Aouar as well, you think about that. But yeah, it does seem to me that Basuma was on a bit of a different level. So I'm not surprised that we are very much in this situation. Tahib says, please tell me there's no English refs in the Euros. I might start World War III if Anthony Taylor is a ref. I don't know if I don't know who the referees are. Shall we have a look? Referees at Euro 2020. Let's see who the referees are from an English perspective. I'm just on it now. England, Michael Oliver. And Anthony Taylor. Oh no! Well, at least they're not going to manage. At least they're not going to be officiating for England. So that's a positive. But there you go. So Anthony Taylor and Michael Oliver are the two English referees. Fantastic, fantastic. So Hill says also, Tom, England have won all the trophies at junior level. So the future is bright too. Also, Tierney contract also begun, according to Chris Whitley. They have indeed. Fingers crossed, can be having a chat with Chris soon. There's a little bit of a tease for you, but hopefully he's going to be coming onto the channel at some point. Alex McCarthy says, who do you think oh, by the way, I don't know if any of you saw a tweet that I put out the other day about Onana, about his ban being reduced to 9 months. Me being the moron that I can be, put that Onana's baby is being reduced to 9 months, which was comedic value, but I got a very nice DM from Chris Wheatley telling me that I should have left it up. So, sorry, Chris, I didn't. Alex says, who do you think will be the shock early exit? I'm going with Germany. It's a big shout, isn't it? Because, of course, they're playing in the group of death alongside Portugal and France and Hungary without Szoboszlai. That's the biggest killer for me this tournament, is there's no Szoboszlai at the tournament. So there you go. Absolutely gutted about that. But yeah, maybe Germany. Croatia, I think, is an interesting one that could go as well. The Netherlands is weird because it depends if the Netherlands turn up. They've got Austria and Ukraine in their group. So it will be... If they don't turn up, they could easily get knocked out of that tournament. I really do think they could. If you look at the groups and try to have a look now, Switzerland are an interesting one. They got Turkey in their group. Turkey are actually the worst FIFA-ranked team in that group. Wales are higher than Turkey. Switzerland are the next highest, and then Italy are, of course, at the top. I think, anyway, unless Italy have had an absolute stinker and they've fallen out, but I think they're higher. But yeah, Turkey are much better than fourth place. I'd actually put Turkey as my second favourites behind Italy in that group. I think they're better than Switzerland. We will wait and see. We'll see tonight how good they are against Italy. I'm really looking forward to the game. Really, really can't wait for that. You've then got Spain's group, which is interesting. You've got Sweden and Poland in that group along with Slovakia. Slovakia, you would think, would be the worst off in that group. But, they can pull out some interesting performances. I don't think Marek Hamschick is in any... Is he still in the squad for Slovakia? Let me have a look. Is Marek Hamschick in the squad? He is. He is. He plays for Göteborg, or Göteborg. And I don't know. Is that Sweden or is that? It sounds Scandinavian, so I'm going to assume that it is IFK Göteborg. It might be Swedish. It might be Norwegian. I don't know. You have to let me know in the chat. But other than that, Slovakia again. They haven't got Martin Skrtel, but they do have Milan Skriniar of Inter Milan, who's a very good player. Who else they got? Martin Dubravka from Newcastle. They've got, who's the Parma? Is it Parma midfielder I'm thinking of? Stanislav Lobotka is very good for Napoli. I'm trying to think of who's the player that I'm thinking of that I can't remember who he is. I'm sure he's a mid. Oh, here he is. Juraj Kuchka for Parma. He's a very decent central midfielder as well. So there you go. And Robert Mack, I remember from Ferencvaros. But I can't remember who he used to play for. I feel like he used to play for Nuremberg, maybe, Robert Mack. That's knowledge if I'm right about that. I'm actually going to check that, because if that's right, I'm going to feel all good about myself. Robert Mack, Slovakia. Who did he used to play for? Did he play for Nuremberg? No, he did. Yes. It's between 2010 and 2014. That is knowledge. Jesus Christ. That's really bad. That's so bad, isn't it? How do I know that? That Robert Mack of Slovakia used to play for Nuremberg. Crazy. That's ridiculous. It's Swedish. Thank you, Kenneth. I thought it was Göteborg. So Hamschick is playing there. He's obviously been their talisman for quite a while. Anyway, what time is it? Oh, it's 22, which means we are going to first of all do the winner of the free tickets into the signed Nicola Pepe shirts. There are still tickets available if you would like a chance of winning a signed by the man himself, not by me. I had someone DM me the other day. Saying, "Why do you sign the shirts, Tom?" I'm sorry if it's you and you're watching. This is embarrassing. No, it's not me who signs them. It's actually the player that signs the shirt. Who would want an Arsenal shirt signed by me? Come on. Nicolas Pepe signed shirt with the certificate of authenticity. There's an hour and 48 minutes left. Let me refresh this so I can tell you how many tickets are still left of the 99 that were on sale. 59 have been sold. So you've got 40 left. There is usually a bit of a rush at the end, but if there isn't, there's a really good chance of winning this one. So you've got a really good chance of winning that. So let's see which one of our expert members has won the free ticket into the Nicola Pepe signed shirt. We're going to go to our random number generator. Let me just throw this up on the screen for you. Here we go. Random number generator. How many? Let me go to the Discord. If you would like to join our Discord, you need to become an expert member or a TGT ambassador, and you can join. But let me just see how many people have entered. 25. We've got 25 entries into the tournament. So let's see. You're going to click this 5 times, and on the 5th go, they will win 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Number 23, Pablo. Pablo Mira has won the free ticket. That's excellent. Always massive congratulations to Pablo. He has won the free ticket into the signed Nicolas Pepe shirt. Congratulations to him. That's fantastic. Okay. Now we need to get on to the important stuff. So, of course, we get to the final part of today's show, which is the members Euro 2020 sweepstake. I know a lot of you are very excited about this. Let's just throw up the numbers onto the screen so you can see who has got which numbers. We've got some big guys in this, and I'm not just talking about Mike. We've got Lee Judges in this as well. We've got Wayne. We've got Ola. We've got Owen, a.k.a. Ian. Also involved, we've got Tom O. We've got Pablo, of course, who just won our draw, going for the Pepe shirt. So let's go through the numbers. In number 1, that is me. Of course, I'm involved. If there's a chance to win something, I want to be involved. Number 2 is Balaji. Number 3 is Alex McCarthy. Number 4, Daniel Roberts. Number 5, David Lennon. Number 6, you can see I could be a bingo caller. I really. Number 6, Matt Thornton. Number 7, Vinny Eagle. Number 8, TJ Cummings. Number 9, Nathan Doig. Number 10, ITK Janice in at number 10. In number 11 is Magic Mike himself. Number 12 is Jared Carver. Number 13 is Alex Jones. Number 14, Joe Kerr. Number 15, PM1 Guna. Number 16 is Suraj. Number 17 is Pablo. Number 18 is Wayne. Number 19 is Abid. Number 20 is Ola. Number 21 is Owen. Number 22 is Tom O. Number 23 is Lee Judges. And number 24 is Rohit. Now, how this is going to work is I will show you. Now, in this hat, this very hat, the Shogun Audio, big shout out to you guys, is all of your names are in this hat. Okay, we are going to draw out a name at random. I will show you. I will not look when I'm doing it, all of that stuff. And then after we've drawn out the name, we will go to the Champions League style ping pong ball for the nation that you will get in this. And then we'll put them up on the screen so I remember who's got who. But without further ado, let's get cracking on with this. And we'll go, first of all, to the random name. So let's go this first. So here we go. First name picked out of the hat is Alex Jones. I'm going to hold that up to the screen so you can see it. Alex Jones has been the first one called out by the draw. And he, not looking, just mixing this up. Going to mix this round. I'm not going in like this, like a Rod Stewart. I'm mixing this up. You can hear it. And we have got, from this, Denmark is who he has got. Oh no, I feel bad for the guy. I feel a bit bad for him. Denmark is who he has. Let me just put these in somewhere else. I need somewhere to put these. I'll just put them down there. Okay, so let me just add that in. So who was it? Alex Jones has got Denmark. I'm not going to actually be looking at the chat, guys, I'm afraid, because I'm going to need to be putting these in so you can see them. So Alex Jones, number 13, has Denmark. There we go. Oh, I can't spell. Denmark at Alex Jones there. We're going to go through this a bit quicker, of course. I'm going to make this much as quicker as possible. Okay, next name coming out of the hat. Not looking. Let's have a look at this one. This person is TJ Cummings. You should be able to see that on your screen there. TJ. Who is TJ going to get in the draw? Mix it up. And we've pulled one out. And this one is Croatia. TJ Cummings has got Croatia. I'm hoping these aren't coming backwards on your screen. TJ Cummings there with Croatia. Let me just add that into here. Croatia for TJ Cummings. There we are. Lovely stuff. Okay, let's go to our next one. In the hat, not looking. Pulling the next one out. And this is Yanis. Yanis is the next one up. We're going to try and get through as quickly as possible. We've got quite a lot. I'm going to do this every 30 seconds. Not looking. Yanis, who are you going to get, son? Who are you going to get? We've got one. And it is Italy. Yanis has Italy. That's one of the big ones being pulled out already. So Yanis has pulled out Italy. There you go. Let's just go onto the screen. Where is Yanis? There he is. He has got Italy. Congratulations to him. That's a good draw. So let me have a check on the chat box to see you guys aren't moaning about anything that I'm doing. Let me just reload these new comments. So I'm checking I'm not doing anything wrong. Here we go. Right, next one. Maybe make myself bigger because then you can't see the... Oh, hold on. If I do this, you can... Hold on. If I do this, there we go. There we go. That's better. Right. Not looking. Scrolling here. Okay. All right. Let's draw this out. This one is... It's Vinny in the chat. There, you should be able to see that. That's Vinny. Vinny being pulled out for the next one. Who has Vinny got? Let's have a look. Not looking. Not looking. Not looking. Not looking. Not looking. We've got one. Who is this? Oh, no. Vinny has got Hungary. Congratulations to Vinny. I'm so sorry, mate. Let's have another pick at random. We've got one. It is. It's me. Oh, here we go. There we go. Just so you can see it's me. Right. Now, this is where it's going to get controversial because if I get anyone good, you guys are going to be saying so. I'm not looking at this whatsoever. Let me just so you can see it. There we go. I don't want any. I'm properly not putting my hand in. I'm just checking so you can definitely see it. Yes, you can. Not looking. Here we go. Right. Who is this? Oh, okay. You know that I've not cheated because I've got the Czech Republic. So there you go. Definitely didn't cheat for that. I'm a little bit relieved, actually. To be fair, if I'd have won, I would have donated it all to Gooners versus Cancer, as I know a few other people in the chat box have said, our members, they said they will be donating it. Now, and that's no pressure if you do win. You can keep your winnings. But some of the people who are winning have said they will donate their prize to Gooners versus Cancer. So fair play to them. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. Oh, I've not been adding them. Before I go on to the next one, I've not been adding them. Let me just quickly go back onto my thing and I can add them. So Vinny has got Hungary. There's that one. I have got the Czech Republic. And is that it? Is that all I did? I think that was it, wasn't it? Okay. Right, let's go on to the next one. Not looking. Oh, next one out is Tom O, or one of our podcast regulars. Tom O is just being called out. Let's see who Tom O is going to get in the draw. Tom O is going to get... Oh, I'm so sorry, Tom. It's Ukraine. Tom O has got Ukraine for the tournament. So congratulations or not to him. Let's just go to Tom O on this and add Ukraine in. There we go. Lovely stuff. Nice. Okay, here we go. I'm just checking the chat box quickly. Here we go. Not looking. Put this one out. Let's have a look. Who is this? This is Rohit. Rohit Chandler, one of our fantastic TGT ambassadors. There he is. Rohit Chandler. Who have you got, son? Who have you got? Let's have a look. Who have you got? Oh, this is a good one. Rohit Chandler has got Portugal. That's a pretty good pick for him. Congratulations to Rohit. You have Portugal in the draw. Very nearly just knocked all the names off of the table. That would have been awful. Portugal for Rohit. Congratulations, man. That's a fantastic draw for you. Okay, let's have a look at another one. Here we go. Come on. Pick out someone. Who's it going to be? It's Nathan Dwig, who is telling me how to pronounce his name correctly or incorrectly, but I've pronounced his name hopefully right there. Nathan Dwig. Let's see who you get, son. Nathan Dwig has got Denmark. There we go. Fantastic. Hold on. No, he's got Netherlands. Hold on. Oh. This is we've got an error here. Now, the reason why this is Netherlands and the other one is what I thought was Denmark. And I've already put Netherlands on, have I not? Now, this is what I thought was going to happen. Oh, this is really annoying. So someone who has got Oh, no, it's fine. I did do it right. Yeah, that's right. So Alex Jones has got Denmark and whoever we just picked out, which was, remind me. Oh, Nathan Duick, you've got the Netherlands. Don't worry. I thought I'd messed up, but I haven't. So it's fine. Netherlands. By the way, I'm absolutely sweating one out now in this show. in this shirt. So we need to get through this as quick as we can. Okay, let's do the next one. Not looking. Here we go. Oh, picked out. There we go. Put that there. Who is this? This is Owen, aka Ian, is our next one out. Let's see. I wonder if he gets Ireland from this. Let's go. Oh, Owen has got Germany. There you go. That's not a bad one, mate. Congratulations for that. You've got Germany. Nice one. I'm really annoyed about that. Owen's got Germany. Why has this moved over? Let's move that back. Owen has got Germany. There we are. Lovely stuff. Hey, next one. Wayne, another podcast regular coming out here. Wayne, let's see who Wayne has got. Let me just scroll back onto the screen. There we go. Wayne. Okay, Wayne has got Russia. Congratulations to Wayne, who has got Russia. Unlucky, mate. Let's just type that in. Wayne has got Russia. I'm sure I've not missed one. Russia. Lovely stuff. Right, let's keep going. Keep going. Next one pulled out of the hat is Suraj is the next one. Suraj Sai in the chat. Let's see who you've got some. Suraj has got... Oh, it's a good one. Suraj has got Spain coming out there. So good luck to Suraj in the chat. Where is he on my list? Here he is. Let's just type that in. Spain, nice one. Congratulations on him. Let's go and carry on. You're Rod Stewart. Let's pull out the next one. The next one is... It's Joker. Mr. Joker in the chat. I can see you typing, son. So there we are. Get ready. We're about to find out who you've got in the draw. Sweden is yours out of the bag there. I'm really hoping we've done as many as we can. I haven't lost any. I didn't drop any. No. Mr. Joker has got Sweden. So congratulations to him. Where is he on my list? There he is. Sweden. Let's keep going. Next one out. Abid is the next one. There he is. There he is. Abid. Let's see who you get. Abid has got Poland. There you go. Not bad. You know, Robert Lewandowski might be able to do something for you, Abid. You never know. You never know. Poland is in. There we go. Lovely job. Okay. Let's pull out the next one. Ola is up next. There you go. Ola is our next one. Let's see who Ola has got. Not many balls left in the bowl now. Ola has got Slovakia. It's unlucky, mate. Ola has got Slovakia. Better luck next time, son. There we go. Let's just type that in. Slovakia. Sorry, fella. Okay, let's keep going. Mike! Magic Mike is finally up. Here we go. Let's see it. Come on. Good one for the Gooners versus Cancer, please. Not looking. Oh, no. Scotland is who Mike has got. Fingers crossed for Kieran Tierney, son. Fingers crossed for Kieran Tierney, mate. Mike has got Scotland. There we go. Here we go. We keep going. So let me check out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Lovely stuff. All right. We're on track. Oh, here we go. Big one. Lee Judges. Lee Judges. Let's see who Lee Judges has got. I'm going to have to speed this up a little bit more. Lee Judges has got... Lee Judges has got Belgium. Okay, if you could have ever predicted that one being here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Judges. Let's hear the calls for fix in the chat. Lee Judges has got Belgium. Unbelievable. See. All right, here we go. Keep picking them out. Here we go. Next one. Oh, can't pull this out. Here we go. Pablo Mira is our next one. Pablo, let's go. I'm trying to speed this up a little bit. Pablo has got England. So Pablo has got a reason to support England at the tournament. There you go. Let me just type that in for you. England. There we are. Now, hopefully, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. We have 7 gaps and 7 names. Lovely stuff. And 7 balls. That's all. It's all working out well. Okay, here we go. Next one. I've got 2 together. I'm going to pick that again. Come on. Make sure that's 1. Yes, it is 1. Here we go. Daniel Roberts is your time. Daniel Roberts is the next one. Let's see. France is still in here somewhere. I am fully mixing this. Daniel Roberts has got Austria. I don't know if my reactions give anything away. Daniel Roberts has got Austria. There we go. We have got, how many to go? 6 to go. 6 more to go. Austria. Type that in. There we are. Okay. 6 to go. Let's pull this one out. Matt Thornton is the next one. Matt Thornton is the next one out of the hatch. I'm going to switch this over so I can check you can do it. Matt Thornton. Here we go. Oh, North Macedonia is still in here, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Come on. Matt Thornton. Matt Thornton has got Turkey. France is still in here somewhere. Matt Thornton. Here we go. Where are you? Here we are. Matt Thornton has got Turkey. Okay, lovely stuff. There we are. Okay, 5 left. Pick out this one. Jared Carver. I'm really time pressured now. Jared Carver has got Switzerland. It's not a bad one. Switzerland. Let's just type that in very quickly. Jared Carver. Swiss. There we are. Oh, I've been mixing them at this point, so I don't know who they are. Alex McCarthy is next on the list. Alex McCarthy has got, for the last 4 balls, really good chance of getting France. Yeah. Oh, I didn't actually show you. Oh, no, I'm so sorry, Alex. Alex has got Finland. Unlucky, mate. Unless something big happens, nothing's going to be coming from that one. Finland. There we go. Okay, 3 left. 3 left to go. 3 left to go. Why am I looking? I've done this a million times. All right. Is that one? Have I got one in my hand? Is that one? There we go. Balaji in the chat. Let's see. He's always a long time listener and a good DMer in the chat. What are we going to give him? Balaji has got Wales. Wales is what's left. Now, in the pot left, we have got France and we've got North Macedonia. You could not get any further apart with these. Balaji has got... Who did I just pull out? Wales. Wales is left. Now, who are the 2 names left? We've got PM1 Guna and we've got Dave Lennon. Dave Lennon... Here we go. He's going to kill me if I don't give him the wrong one. Right, here we go. Completely random. Let's pick out the name. Is indeed Dave Lennon is the penultimate name pulled out, and there are two balls left. I'm not looking whatsoever. You can hear them. They are spinning around. Hand goes back in. Dave Lennon has North Macedonia. I'm so sorry. Which means, of course, just let me do this, obviously, let's check it's legit. PM1 Guna with the last ball. Last one in here, as you can see, has got France. So, sorry, Dave. You've got North Macedonia. And PM1 Guna has got France. Congratulations to everybody that's taken part in today's show. There we go. I've got to shoot off now, guys. So I'm really sorry about that. I've got to jump off straight away, but I do. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We'll be doing loads of content over the European Championships. Of course, best of luck to everyone that's entered the sweepstake. I mean, I got the Czech Republic, so, you know, it could be worse for you. It could be worse. Anyway, I'll see you again very, very soon, guys. And as always, up the Arsenal.